E.N.D here. Day 4 for the spoilers of Theros Beyond Death. Let's see the cards that have been spoiled today. And we have the last card spoiled. I'm going to show you a very interesting card. Final Death, 4 and 1 black. It's an instant exile target creature. This is obviously a very good limited removal spell. Chainweb Arcana for 1 green. It's a creature spider, it's an uncommon card, it's a 1/2, it has reach, it enters the battlefield, it deals damage equal to its power to target creature with flying an opponent controls. It has an escape for 3 and 2 green, you exile 4 other cards from your graveyard. It escapes with 3+1/+1 counter on it. This is a very good card, especially in limited. Farika's Spawn for 3 and 1 black, it's a Gorgon. It's a 3/4, it has an escape for 5 and 1 black, and you need to exile 3 other cards from your graveyard. Farika spawns escapes with 2+1/+1 counters on it. When it enters the battlefield this way, only with escape, each opponent sacrifices a non-Gorgon creature. Return to Glory for 3, 1 white and 1 black. You choose one or both. Return target creature card from your graveyard to the battlefield. Return target aura card from your graveyard to the battlefield. This is a very interesting card in my opinion. You can return any creature from your graveyard. Obviously, mill decks can, or certain decks that can put creatures in the battlefield and then return them with this card. It's a very good card. And also you can return a target aura. Therefore you can return a big creature with an enchantment aura that can give haste to that particular creature. Very, very good card. Bloodrush Aspirant for 1 and 1 red. It's a creature, it's a Satyr Berserker, it's a 1/1. Whenever you sacrifice a permanent, put a +1/+1 counter on Bloodrush Aspirant. For 1 and 1 red, you tap, you sacrifice a creature or enchantment. Bloodrush Aspirant deals 1 damage to target creature. That creatures can block this step. Nix Herald for 2 and 1 green, it's an enchantment creature, it's a centaur shaman, it's an uncommon, it's a 2/3. At the beginning of combat on your turn, target enchanted creature or enchantment creature you control gets +1/+1 and gains trample until end of turn. Obviously it can target itself. Neleus Borer for 3 and 1 and 2 green, it's a 5-drop. It's a 5-drop 10/6 creature. Yes, you heard me well, it's a 10/6. All creatures able to block Neleus Borer do so. Whenever Neleus Borer becomes blocked by a creature, the creature's controller draws a card. This is, in my opinion, a very big creature, and if you combo this card with Ember Cleave, this can do a lot and a lot of damage. Tectonic Giant 2 and 2 red, it's a 3/4 elemental giant. Whenever it attacks or becomes the target of a spell an opponent controls, you choose one. It deals 3 damage to each opponent. Or, obviously, exile the top 2 cards of your library, choose one of them. Until end of turn, until end of your next turn, you may play that card. Arasta of Endless Web, it's a 2 and 2 green. It's a legendary enchantment creature, it's a spider, it's a rare card, it's a 3/5, it has reach. Whenever an opponent casts an instant or sorcery spell, you create a 1/2 green spider creature token with reach. It's a very, very good card, especially for those decks that cast a lot of instants and sorcery spells like Opt or, for example, Radical Idea. Neleus Intervention, X and 2 green, it's a sorcery, it's a rare card. You choose one, search your library for up to X land cards, reveal them, put them into your hand, then shuffle your library. Neleus Intervention deals twice X damage to each creature with flying. In my opinion, this is one of the best cards spoiled for in rare, obviously in rare, for Theros Beyond Death. This card can fetch any land. That means that can fetch shock land, that can fetch lands, that also can fetch the Tron lands. It's a very good card in my opinion, and I think this is a card, one of those cards that I think will see quite a good amount of play. Wavebreak Hippocamp for 2 and 1 blue. It's a 2/2, it's an enchantment creature. Whenever you cast your first spell during each opponent's turn, draw a card. Now we have the mythic card, the big card spoiled, POLUKRANOS Unchained. He's back, obviously. 2 and 1 black and 1 green. It's a legendary creature, it's a zombie hydra. It enters the battlefield with 6+1/+1 counters on it. It escapes with 12+1/+1 counter on it instead. If damage would be dealt to POLUKRANOS, while it has a +1/+1 counter on it, prevent that damage and remove that many +1/+1 counters from it. For 1 black and 1 green, it fights another target creature. It has, obviously, the escape. When it escapes, it comes into play with a 12+1/+1 counters on it, not 6. For 4, 1 black and 1 green, you exile, obviously, you need to exile 6 other cards from your graveyard. This is a very good mythic card, it's a very strong card. Let's see if this will be a very good commander, or also we'll see some play in Pioneer or in Standard. Last but not least, we have the Constellation Showcase for Neleus Keen-Eyed. In my opinion, these beautiful showcases, they are beautiful cards, they will be chased, and obviously the foils of these cards, the foil version of these cards, they will be quite expensive. You can find these cards in your draft booster packs or normal booster packs. The showcases, the Constellation Showcase, you can find them in your normal booster packs, but the extended art can only be found in the collector booster packs for Theros Beyond Death. These are all the cards that have been spoiled today. Let's see, going forward, how many and which cards will be spoiled for Theros Beyond Death. Here the subscription button, subscribe for my channel for more and more spoilers of Theros Beyond Death and news about Magic the Gathering.